Now, welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
All right, so I have two things that I wanted to talk about today. The first one we're going to talk about involves Mark Hamill.
Never heard of him. Oh, wait, he's the guy in the Guyver, right?
Yeah, he's the guy in the Guyver. I think he voiced
Turns
the
in,
Joker.
yeah, he turns into a giant grasshopper in that movie.
I love that movie. It's one of my
You
favorite
made me
movies.
watch that movie many, many years ago now.
I
When
know.
you found out I was a giant Star Wars fan back when we were first getting to know each other, and you're like, "Have you ever seen the Guyver?" And I'm like, "What the hell is the Guyver?"
That's how we
And
get
then
him.
you had it on like DVD because why wouldn't you? And we watched it, and I was
It's a pirated DVD.
yeah. You
I
make it
printed
sound
out
like
a-
so bad that you
Well,
have
the case, I printed out a copy of what the cover
Okay,
should look like.
yes, I remember
and
now. It
stuck
was
it in there and
pirated,
everything.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just some like ripped copy I
Yeah,
had.
jeez. You were the only person who's ever pirated that movie. But anyway, I've
Haha.
probably derailed this thing. I apologize. Go watch The Guyver. You will regret it.
No, it's campy.
Oh,
It's the
campy.
bad good thing.
Yeah.
So bad it's entertaining. Very entertaining.
Yeah.
Especially if you watch it with a bunch of friends who have a good sense of humor.
Yeah, it's one of those you don't want to watch alone. You need to joke about it with others.
Yeah. I'll watch it alone though. Okay, back to Mark Hamill. He was out promoting the new film he's in, The Life of Chuck.
He's in a new movie.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess
Good
so.
for him. I'm glad he's still working. Sure.
So I was speaking with comicbook.com, and they kind of asked him about legacy characters, about him, of course, his role. I mean, he was Luke Skywalker in 1977. Then he came back in The Force Awakens. And
Did he? I mean, he just kind of stood there.
And
Yeah.
some other movies that shall not be named.
Yeah, he was in another movie, I think. Or two other movies in the sequels. He was in all of them, actually.
He was involved in assisting with like the motion capture / voice stuff for The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. He also voiced Luke Skywalker in Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy. So he's come back to his character a few times, to say the least. So they kind of asked him about what is his future? What does he see going forward with the character of Luke Skywalker? I mean, we know, where it went and everything. He says, "I'm so grateful to George Lucas for letting me be part of that back in the day. The humble days when George called Star Wars the most expensive, low-budget movie ever made. We never expected it to be a permanent franchise and part of a pulp culture like that. But my deal is, I had my time. I'm appreciative of that. But I really think they should focus on the future and all the new characters." And of course, he's got a great sense of humor. He kind of added in, "By the way, when I disappeared in The Last Jedi, I left my robes behind. And there's no way I'm gonna appear as a naked Force ghost."
But he appears in The Rise of Skywalker fully clothed, right?
Yep.
Did he forget?
He forgot.
Okay,
He
that's all right.
seriously forgot.
He must have, because he did come back.
Well, and he forgot his father came back not dressed up as Darth Vader.
That
He
would
came
have
back
been
as
awkward.
Anakin
He
Skywalker.
did, yes. That would have been
Well,
really
he came back as an
strange.
old man, and then they fixed that, and they came back
Yeah.
as Hayden Christensen.
Yes.
So apparently, when you're a Force ghost, you get to choose your outfit. Or
I think you
outfits,
do.
you get
I
to
think you get
change
to
when you whim.
pick your appearance. You're in a non-linear cosmic force realm. You
kinda
can do what you want there.
Yeah.
So you can come back and look like whoever you want.
Apparently,
I
he
guess.
decided if he came
Clothes
back, he
or
would
no
only be
clothes.
naked.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I'm glad.
Because
I'm
I
glad Mark
seriously-
Hamill is not a Force ghost because he would
Oh, boy.
probably come back in
He'd
an
scare a few
interesting way.
people.
Yes.
Seriousness back in the conversation here. So that means he does not want to come back to Star Wars, right?
But hasn't he kind of given away his digital rights? So even if he doesn't come back,
Get a choice.
yeah, basically he doesn't get a choice.
Right.
I mean, I don't know
but
what
I think
they would
he is stepping away.
outside of him coming back as a Force ghost in the Rey New Jedi Order movie. I don't
Mhm.
know that we need a Force ghost or old Luke anywhere.
Does
If
that
anything,
mean,
it would be young Luke somewhere.
But does that also mean maybe we won't get any projects? Like any animated series or something voiced by Mark Hamill?
I think they would use AI at this point, honestly, and he would
Or
sound
pay a voice actor?
yeah, or pay a voice actor. I mean, I think you can do AI to the point where it would sound like age appropriate Luke. I mean, no disrespect here to Mark Hamill, but his voicing of Luke, he sounds like a
He
70-year-old
sounds older,
guy. Yeah.
yes.
So I think you would just AI it.
I agree.
I'm not saying that's what they should do. I'm not saying that's what I want them to do. I think they should just recast Luke if they're going to be using him in any way, shape, or form.
Right,
In
but I
any
think
significant way.
but him stepping away, you cannot interpret as that meaning the studio is done with Luke Skywalker. It doesn't mean we can't get animated shows, that he can't
No.
appear in any more Lego projects. It just means that Mark Hamill, as an actor, has decided he kind
done.
of is done. He wants to finish out his career the way he wants to, doing roles that he enjoys.
Perfectly understandable.
Right.
Yeah, but I don't think Star Wars is ever going to be done fully with Luke Skywalker. They'll always find a way. He is one of the top biggest 3 or 4. He's the Luke.
He doesn't
Vader,
decide when
Obi-Wan,
Luke is done.
Anakin.
Not to mention, there's the written media.
Sure.
Luke's story will still pop up here and there, I'm sure. Just Mark Hamill will not be involved.
No one is ever really gone.
More true than it should be.
Yes.
Well, quickly then, we'll bring up some Andor numbers, because
viewership numbers?
Week 2 in viewership numbers have dropped on Nielsen, and I am happy with them. They have increased since week 1. They are at 821 million minutes.
Still not fantastic, but solid. They're still good.
It's sitting at number 3 for the originals?
Original shows,
yeah. I think that's good. I think that shows that people are watching, people are listening, and it increased from week 1, meaning more people came.
You got twice as many episodes now. I mean, you dropped 3 and then another 3, so that's 6 episodes worth of Andor at this point. And season 1 too, which I think Parrot Analytics or one of them said was a lot of people from or watching season 1. So I mean, I'm not trying to be discouraging here or anything like that. I am so rooting for Andor to do well. And,
absolutely.
And again, we kind of keep tabs on it. We report on it because if you enjoyed Andor as well, you could probably care about the numbers. If you want to see anything like Andor again,
then the numbers need to be there.
Exactly. So.
Okay. So should we move into?
Let's.
Okay. So back to the. All right, let's move into new this week in Star Wars, etc. Though there's no etc. this week.
It's just Star Wars?
Yeah. There's no Me Monday this week. I had a busy weekend.
We had a very busy weekend, but that's no excuse.
And then in the Discord, you know what you did. Moving on. Wednesday, for comics, we have High Republic, Fear of the Jedi, number 5, as well as Star Wars Jedi Knights, number 4.
Any kaiju battles this time?
They're bringing back a character from Han Solo and Chewbacca. I don't know if I read that series.
Oh my goodness, really?
Phaedra?
Okay.
Okay. Apparently, Phaedra's stolen thousands of credits from Jabba the Hutt, and now Aurra Sing, Zam Wesell, Bane Malar, and the entire galaxy is looking for her, including Jedi Knights Qui-Gon Jinn and Shakti, guest starring Jango Fett.
Okay.
I don't like when they mix a lot of prequel stuff with, like, OT stuff, because my brain starts going, blah. Jabba's really OT to me.
Yeah, he's prequel to me, too. I mean, he's there. The Boon to Eve classic. He's presiding over and falling asleep, as we all remember.
Yes, we remember. But they're just, I don't know. It's a small galaxy. It's always a small galaxy. Why do we have to steal from Jabba the Hutt? Why couldn't we steal from some other crime lord and bring in some new interesting
blood
characters?
Into the underworld? Yeah.
No, if we're going to steal from anyone in the galaxy, it's going to be Jabba the Hutt. And, of course, Jango Fett and Aurra Sing, Zam Wesell.
They do that because 3 more people will buy the comic if it is a recognizable name.
Blah.
I don't even know that I'm exaggerating.
Bounty hunters. You could still have thrown in Jango Fett, but introduced a new, I don't know.
Yeah, a new
rob
target.
Some other new person.
Just some rich dude, and you rob money, and he turned out to be a friend of Jabba's who.
Oh, see, there you go.
I don't know.
All right, Thursday, once again, we will have voice chat at 8 p.m. Central Time. Everyone is welcome. We'll be here until Thor falls asleep.
So, like 9 o'clock.
No. He has his much
yeah.
later days.
I used to make it later. I don't know. Well, I think Andor really messed me up because I was staying up so late.
Time schedules, yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm still recovering, I feel, from that. And then it's like the loss of Andor. I'm in this depression.
Oh, don't.
You know I am, too. You know I mope around the house muttering about Cassian and...
Surprised one of the cats isn't named after her.
Oh my goodness, we need another cat. What would we name him?
Depends on what kind of cat they were. Are they a lady cat? And then what kind of personality do they have? Are they more of a Mon Mothma? Are they a dignitary, fancy kind of cat?
Okay.
Are they more of a skulky Luthen?
Ooh.
What kind of, it's very, very intimate.
True. Yeah.
Naming cats is intimate.
It is. Or just something you kind of randomly do.
Yeah.
You immediately disagree with me or agreed with me.
Kylo here, he's sitting in your arms, is not really a Kylo.
No, we named him Kylo because the first thing he scratched you and he made you bleed.
He did.
Like the first day we picked him up, and then he crapped himself in the carrier.
All over. It was.
We picked him up in a Petco parking lot for $80 off Craigslist.
Yep.
Because we had lost our previous cat, and that was very sad. So we had to get another one. Mm-hmm. And we picked him up. He scratched you. Mm-hmm. You put him in the carrier, and all of a sudden he's like, "What's that smell?" And he just had
everywhere.
everywhere.
It was a mess.
It was disgusting, yes.
Yeah, we're talking about you.
He's looking guilty. But anyway, I don't know that you needed a cat poop story to round out your morning or afternoon or whatever you're listening to this, but that's all we got for you this time. So now it is your turn. Take it to the comments below. Tell us what you think of any and all of today's news, and let's talk some Star Wars. And so until next time, thanks for watching.